I was a little afraid. I don't know what happened there. But I just started talking, and then I looked down and I see that like my audio was not picking up. But I had to adjust it now, so I hope I'm not coming in too quiet or too loud. I had to like re-add it. But it's fine. Technical problems fixed. And then like game audio just doesn't come in either. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. So we're gonna continue episode 5 here. Rise from the Ashes. Day 2, Trial Ladder. Oh, hello. Dark to start. How are you? So we got a bit into episode 5 here. I think I played for like 3 or so hours, and then I looked and like it didn't actually seem. It still seems like we still have quite a bit left in episode 5 to go. So, most of the people streaming this seem to be on chapter 5. That's funny. We're all on the same wavelengths. Let me get in. Okay, so this is literally just after we did the first trial bit. It asked us to save, and now we're here. No idea what's gonna happen. Hopefully I went back, and as I was getting the last part up onto the archive, the gameplay by me last time we played this, which I guess was Sunday, was rough. I did not have a good go. So I'm here to redeem myself. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. Oh shit, it's dire. This game's very vague with clues. Okay, so, yes. Very vague. Yes. I'm gonna actually turn this down just slightly. There we go. Yes, very vague. And then, I know you haven't seen the previous parts. I have complaints about this game. About the actual gameplay. That I won't go all the way into right now, but I think there was a couple moments like that last time too, where I was just like, I was getting frustrated. It was a Sunday, probably at the Sunday Scaries or whatever it's called. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Oh, it's fucking... It's, it's Australian Cowboy. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall? Thought I'd come take a look, see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? Oh wait, no, that's Phoenix, shit. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? I fell for the trap again. All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. I love how he drinks. I love the fucking drinking animation. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? The theme is good. The cowboy theme is very good. I'm not necessarily with you on best character just yet. Also, welcome to the stream. Look at you showing off the artist badge now. Look what I did. Look what you got now. Look what they did. As the channel's art director, you get a fucking little... I'm gonna be honest, when I first looked at it, I didn't see it as like a paintbrush at first. Which didn't translate the... Oh yeah, that's always weird with like localization stuff. At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edward's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Good. I have a bad feeling about this. I don't like bulls. So what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. 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 I don't know what I'm how I'm supposed to say that. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Alright, back to the old guy voice. Here I go. Here I go. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh, nice. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. I don't know who this is, so I'll just say, excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Holy shit! Who is this fellow? What the fuck? What's with this guy? This looks like he belongs in a different game. He doesn't look like... He doesn't even look like he belongs here. He doesn't even go here. Talk about themes, dude. Okay. A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Palms sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, mom's spaghetti. Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Oh, it's you! Oh, he blinked. Again. God, I was really hoping we weren't going to get any more new characters for the rest of the game. I only have so many voices. Hey. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads are packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days? Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy? Busy smizzy, Udgy, my boy? You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy? Seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe you this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at that poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. The muffler and the muffler. Okay, I gotta be honest. I was quite a bit confused in the last part because I had no idea, like, is a muffler an actual type of scarf thing? Or is it just like another term for a scarf thing? Or like I never heard a scarf garment thing being called a muffler, to the point where I thought it was going to be revealed in the game that they were all making a mistake by calling it a muffler. Like, I know there's a wordplay about the case where they're like, she said muffler and there's like a thing in the muffler thing. Like, I know that's part of it, but I thought the whole point, or not the whole point, but I thought there was going to be some reveal that, like, as a joke or a gag, that they were calling it like a muffler. It's very strange. I don't know, but I'm also dumb, so. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. Combination bow tie type. His outfit is, I need another good look at it, but it looks like a weird bell. Is it just like a weird bell thing he has in his chest? When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. Like, to me, it looks like a cross bow tie thing, tie with like a bell. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Oh no, the intense music is coming. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. I didn't miss anything, right? This is just the character reveal that apparently we're just building up, that they hate each other for some reason. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch, and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. It's very important. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Oh, this is a good gag. This is a good gag. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh, it's moving for me. I was like trying to move past. It doesn't trust me to select the item. Alright. Take a little rotate. Zoom in. She's the chief of police who works with so basically higher on the totem pole. Okay. So yeah, that's what I thought. Just like an establishing of like, okay, of why they might have a tiff. Ah, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Blood? Chocolate pudding? Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag attached. Oh, this is, it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not placed. Whatever. Fucking evidence. Evidence placed after. Planted. Planted. That's the word I'm looking for. Planted evidence. I'm already on to this guy. Dude, I didn't point it out on stream, but when I was playing this on Sunday, when I was doing the first part to this, and they had the blue background, I did immediately think of Custom Robo. So I thought it, but I was like, oh, that's not a reference that I can say here. Not enough people played and bought Custom Robo. That's why we haven't had a Custom Robo game in a long ass time. I can't be making the reference. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing, not a problem. Not even a little one, really. I have no idea if I'm supposed to be taking this guy as like a actual like sinister jolly, or like genuinely jolly, or actually evil. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. But wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Oh shit, it's heating up. Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright. 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. Thanks, Emma. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Yeah, no talking about the other case. How does Phoenix afford to keep the practice open? Yeah, I mean, at the start of this chapter, we were told he hadn't taken like a case in like 2 months. I would imagine, I don't know how anything works, but like the last case he did in chapter 4, like was such a dramatic like case or whatever. Is there no possible way he got like a shit ton of money from that somehow? Just inherited all of, what, Von Karma's riches, perhaps? Is that how law works? You defeat someone in court and then you just take all their money when they get sent to jail? I don't know how anything works. Department in disorder. Okay, I'm gonna fucking beat this guy. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Alright, immediate red flag. Excuse me? Special? Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence. Oh, I like this animation here. Oh yeah, dude, extend that hair. Boing, boing. The detective was killed. Do you want to know what the biggest bullshit from Sunday was? I think it was on Sunday. My biggest complaint on Sunday's episode was that unless I did something really wrong and misunderstood, that I had to press certain phrases in the testimony in a certain order to progress. That's some big bullshit. That's some big... That after I ended the stream on Sunday, I was like, you fucking game. You fucking game. You can't introduce that as like a thing now. Or you're gonna pay Maya. Also couldn't... Dude, we don't know. Maybe you're making... Maybe they don't live in a capitalistic society. Maybe they don't live in a capitalistic society in this universe. So maybe that's not needed. You press every line. That's the thing. I did press every line, but I didn't... I did them slightly out of order. And so then what had... It made the game, like, made me go back and, like, press on ones that I already pressed on because I just didn't do it in the order from the beginning. It was something janky was happening. 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Time? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked. Bullshit. How can you say... Excuse me, how can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. Can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. It can't be a coincidence. And that knife! What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Oh, check the knife out? Do I need to, like, look at it like this? There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6 maybe? DL6? Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where. But I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. Wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Okay. Wait, court record is... Wait, court record? Wait, am I being dumb? Why do I feel like my brain is broken right now? What about, no. Oh, this. 6 SL92. This was the thing, yeah? Is this what it's exactly what I said. Right when I got this piece of evidence, I said, oh, it's gonna be a thing where you turn this upside down. But how do I have to throw that at the thing that says they're not connected? I'm gonna just say that I'm right. Okay, never mind. God damn it, starting off well. Okay, I got this, don't worry. It's not officially linked. Okay, so I can't do anything else with this. SL92, SL9. But yeah, it is exactly what I thought then, because then this shows, this is the 12-2 is really 2/21, right? Which is February 21st. So yeah, it's exactly what I called. I don't know. Let me see what happens. Okay. One of the better on that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. We checked the knife. Do I present this to this sentence? God. I'm just gonna go ahead and save so we don't get fucked over by like me just having like 1 health thing, or I get fucked if I already know what the game wants me to do now at this point. You know what it probably is? I probably need to press a certain thing to get just a bit more info. I'm probably not... Did I already press this? Let me see. I think I did, yeah. Quite a mystery. Okay, so I already pressed. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection. Do I present this to this statement? God. I fucking had it, dude. Wait a second. This is why this game is taking me forever. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Ah, ha, ha, an honest-to-goodness, what do you mean, Framudgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 over 2. Your Honor, you're dumb as shit. It's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? Whoa. Wacky. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9? That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I... win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case that was stolen from the department's evidence room. This knife was evidence in a case that was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Thanks, Emma. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Something happened in the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen? And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lena's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? But didn't we already say that it isn't? Do I now have to present it here? Oh, I thought because it was rotated now I could get fucked. God. I guess it could still just not be officially linked to the case. But I mean... I already did this, right? Yeah. Okay, now we're just cycling constantly through the same stuff. Okay, what have I not? Did I do this? 5:15. But that's... Oh, I already did this. Oh, we are... Oh. Did I press this then? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, Another detective was killed at the police department? I think I heard it. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Okay, this is new. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. Suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Oh shit, what? When the victim... We already know when the victim died, right? 5:15. How the victim was killed, we already know too, right? By the knife? Or no, that was just found. I don't know. Where the victim was found. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? What? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife is was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Okay, so did I just press this now? Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. Hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information? Unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Yeah, okay, fine, fuck it. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Gender doesn't seem that important. Well, actually, all of these don't really seem that important. Give me an ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 80085. Number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. Drives me nuts. 8, 2... I can't do it. Didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. 584218 Alright, maybe bonkers, but why does that number sound familiar to me? That's why. I was like... Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning... It has to be what I think it is. What does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? It tells me this Goodman's ID. Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney. Remember? Oh boy. This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal ID is our top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. I don't get why people don't Phoenix has been on 4 times already. Because that's where the humor is, in making Phoenix feel dumb. That's the point. He pulls off miracles every case, and yet everyone doubts him constantly. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 8, 2... I've forgotten again. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho, 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 sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So, what you're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location? Order! 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 Chief, what the... No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! This fucking fool. Oh, I don't remember what voice I gave him. Don't make him talk. Oh, shit. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm sure that's probably a different voice. You'll have to go back over to the old video and see. I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lena Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I'm lost. I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. Oh, let's just fucking dogpile on Mr. Edgeworth. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. All right. Very well. Court is adjourned. Get out of here. Get the fuck out. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Oh, back to an investigation. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Yeah, me and you both. Huh? Oh, well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot, the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Science. February 23rd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. She's gonna have to science the heck out of this one. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? Oh, fucking Angel? I don't... The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Thanks for making an appearance, Miss Starr. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, water in that oil drum washed it all away. Heh heh heh. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. Can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. Okay. We're testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of this you had an extra pair of those things? Oh shit. Oh. Okay. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the X button. Oh, she's telling me to press. Okay, press the X button to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. Oh, I'm gonna go over here. Psst, 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 psst. Just keep spraying the spot. The most obvious spot. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain, but doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this? Scientifically. Blood stains location or the amount. I'm gonna say amount probably, because wouldn't it all drained out if you died from bleeding out? Isn't that the whole deal? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? Yeah, thanks, Emma. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. Spray to use. Spray to use. Okay. We can't be sure what the police will reveal all their evidence. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Yeah, fucking police are corrupt as hell. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! Feels like we're really investigating crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ah! Oh god, no, not her. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr? You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. this day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Oh, wait, no, that's Phoenix speaking. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. I want to talk to her. Oh, you certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? But what? Wait, does he want me to do something with the photograph? Did it bring up the photograph because it wanted me to show her it? Something? Can you take a look at this? You? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Okay, I guess that was not a thing I had to do. Just a waste of time. Okay, so you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I can be your devil or your angel. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, not here. I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Fired? I felt that I'd found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... SL9? Do I show her this? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was a head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from the case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Wait. Tell us more. Tell us more. I have to present this. How do I... Why does... Do you think you could tell us more about the incident? And then it just drops. I'm gonna spray her with testing fluid. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute detail. So that's really strange presentation. Like, why is it like, oh, could you tell us more about the SL and the incident? And unless I'm really missing something here. I don't see. Do I have to do this? I've got a bad feeling that I am gonna have to do something like this at some point where I'm like, where's that blood? Spraying it in the air like that's gonna do anything. Alright, well, I'm just gonna move and then I'll see what happens. The good old move, move, move. February 23rd, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they had arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Okay. Sure. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looked deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. I can just imagine she says that and it gives like a smile to Phoenix. He's just like, but don't mess up or we could wind up dead. Doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Oh, I can't like. Oh, do I go here? Alright, February 23rd, Police Department. Entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. Suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Great. I'm glad she's loving it. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Look at the lore building for Marshall here. I would assume is what this is. Dude, Marshall loves to drink. I love it. He's got a dumb sign that says Texas. Oh, this is great. February 23rd, evidence room entrance, guard station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So, beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? The hat's no longer wearable? Ah, yeah, you totally could throw that hat on. Yeah, it's not like the spine to... Are you saying because of the spine to the cactus? It's not like it's a cactus isn't like a porcupine like launching its quills, right? I mean, if you just rested a hat on it, it's not necessarily like the cactus would like, unless you push maybe the hat into it. Plus, that cactus doesn't look like it's very spiny. It looks like it's a mild cactus, you know? Mild cactus. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so Okay. I take that back. Take my statement back. So prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. I do too. Wait, do I have to... The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? Oh, do I need to use the ID? Oh, shoot. Wait, do I use the ID? Name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. Wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they... Oh, we've already got this. Yabba dab. Yabba dab. Yeah, baby. Okay, so... Wait, did I press the button to bring that up? Or did it just bring up... Oh, I must have pressed the button without... I thought the game brought the items up. But I think I must have pressed the button on accident. That was dumb. I was like, why is it bringing up the items? Do I have an item that'll unlock the door? Okay, so Phoenix says, I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. We need someone's permission? I mean... Where have I not been? I'm just walking around like an idiot. Maybe I need to do something else here. Yipes, they sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. She's a cactus. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Because fuck Emma, apparently. I mean, what's this lasso doing there? Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. Sure have an active imagination. How the fuck? How? Let me in. Let me in. Why do I have a bad feeling that I need to talk to her more about something? But I don't know how to. I already tried presenting this thing, right? Yeah, it was... Okay, let me reread this part. It was da 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 da. It isn't over, not yet. And then he says, do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? And then it just goes back to this. I don't understand. What? Like previously, if something like this happened, you would then back out and then go to talk, and then there would be like a thing. Maybe I re-click this? That doesn't seem right at all. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? That she wouldn't be able to see the thing because of the wall? Could you take a look at this? You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No. Oh, see, it's getting... God. Does it mean this photo? If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes? In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before. I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? What time? Tell me. Now it presents itself. What? Get fucked. Get fucked this episode. Alright, fine. SL9 incident. I guess that's on me. Whatever. I'll put the blame on myself. I should have shown her the photo to get this thing to pop up. Even after the last time it said, oh, can you talk to us more about the SL9 incident? Grumble, grumble. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. God, look at these fools. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? That's unheard of unless you actually look at how people get executed in this country all the time. The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to the patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie? What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this fucking steak in a box. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch receipt from Miss Star. Oh, it says someone, and then it literally says, excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. So there's my answer. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. Okay. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold and drinks all the time. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright, we can do this then. Oh, we haven't been back here in a while. Is there something? Oh. February 23rd. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. Hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Okay, never mind. Nothing happening here. I take it back. To the police station. February 23rd, Police Department, entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that... Oh, God, it's fucking Gumshoe, dude. One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe? Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh, we made him sad. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've got our criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department, question mark, exclamation? Switch the order of those. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Why would she even show it to him? I know. I think Emma, Emma, like, wanted to tease him. I think it was kind of like a rude move to pull. Because I was originally under the assumption that, oh, maybe he just saw us carrying it for some reason. But then she's like, oh, you mean this thing? The exact thing you want? It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But, Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. I'm out. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. No. Oh wait, do I have to go? It said to go to the this, and then this. I wish. Why the fuck again? Why doesn't the game just let me go directly to the detention center from anywhere? Just let me go where I want to go. Please. Please. I'm hoping. I'm hoping beyond all hopes. If they change at least one little thing in the second game, I am hoping that they allow you to just go to whatever room you want to go to. You don't have to do any of this connecting thing. That's my hope. February 23rd, Detention Center Visitors Room. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. That's an annoying sound. Oh, what was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator. I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Oh, Jesus. It's him. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. I don't know what fucking... It's this voice. It's, Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he... You... Officer Meekins? You didn't... Did you? Oh my god. Jesus. Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Please stop that game. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. I don't know what that was. Ow, but that hurt my throat doing that. I don't even... What did I even try to say there? Guess he just chokes himself. What the heck is this guy doing? He's a spaz. So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. But first, let me ask about the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, Please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. Please stop. If you have to label me as perpetrator victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but, oh, wait, I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. Oh, I would appreciate if we didn't have to keep talking to this guy. For my own sanity. And for the viewer's sanity. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Alright, about your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I know, I was unconscious. Unconscious? The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock, oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Oh. Can I... Damn it. Damn. Nope, not talking to you. Nope, not talking to you. Again. Was I supposed to do something else here? Don't you just spray his body? Oh, he disappears. I don't think anything presenting it. Yeah. Okay. I didn't think that was gonna be anything. Well, where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't obvious? We should begin with that. You know, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see... Go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. See, I always feel like the way this area presents itself and how you can talk to your partner here, it feels like this should be a room where, like, if you needed guidance or direction to go, the game should be like, oh, some kind of subtle hint or something, you know? Like, it's fine if they don't want to do that, but also, like, this room is just a weird presentation where you can always go back to it and be like, hey, any, like, what is it? What's the asks what to do or any ideas, and like you click these and it just gives you nothing. It's just like, thanks. I need to do something like this. Let's see. Ingredients, meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah, let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I had to check what additives she used. Go to town. Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. So that's why the sauce is so salty. Get that box. Can I go in? How do I get in now? How do I... What the fuck? I'm in. I already tried it up here, right? Yeah. Trying to think, what else? Let me try. I didn't try going here and then going here. What if I just spray this room down? Point and click games have taught me well. Taught me well in the art of pixel hunting, although I don't think that's what this case is. Damn. It was worth a shot. Maybe there's, I guess there's some, would there be something I have to present to him? Do you think you could take a look at this? Was that really it? Hey! That's it, sir, that's it, that's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember, sir! You mean you remember what happened? What did he say that would make me think that that was what I had to present to him? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. Better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost little patrolman. Lost a lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto to others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, sir, everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the whole videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out, it's there, it's me, it's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge, I don't deserve it. No, thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. Alright, now we can. Great. Take me... here, I guess, and then I have to go here. And then I have to go here. Let me in. Crime scene? Let me in. This is the crime scene. Oh, finally. Jesus. Something. February 23rd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all... Try that again. And you're sure this is all... You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Ho ho ho, Chief Gant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Oh, this is good music. Okay. I assume we be talking here. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit on the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong? He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they would do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, could be bad for Worthy. What? Why? It's downright odd, I tell you. Detective getting killed on their turf. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There, being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. Never mind the fact that that's basically impossible. What evidence is this? Now, Righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? Oh, you saw that. Whoops. Wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can find, if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Discreetly ask him? Give him the steak lunch. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Oh, sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. Guy who can't sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the Dancing Blue Badger. Wait, do I really have to leave? Nope. No. No, not him. I think I've already been up here. Just repeating myself. Alright, this might be another thing where I have to show him something he wants. Nope, don't. Alright, I guess I'll just show him everything. Since none of him other than that clueless. Wait, does he really want me to show him this? Oh. Damn, I was really hoping. This is fun. Watch nothing actually be of any. He says go find him, but we literally went through, walked through, and went everywhere. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the busy one. Might as well just exhaust all the options at this point. I think I already did that as well. Okay, so what the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Why is this game? Oh god, it's just like I constantly have to ask myself, am I really just not smart to like, I mean, I hate to be so reductive, like, oh, I'm just calling myself dumb constantly. Like, am I really off base to the point where like, whatever the next steps the game wants me to do, like, am I in the wrong? Because, like, it should be obvious what the next steps are, but I'm just, like, sitting here and I'm like, okay. The game gave no feedback. And the feedback it did give me for being like, oh, go talk to the guy who doesn't sit still or whatever the fuck. And then I'm like, alright, well, I'm walking around and I don't see where he could possibly be. Where? And I'm really trying to, like, limit the amount of times I check, like, a guide on my next steps. Like, if anything, I really need to save those for, like, the trials. Because we know how much of a problem I have with those, apparently. Is he over here? Did I just not slide? No. That was not the case. I mean, we have the steak thing. My guess is, like, at some point we're gonna come here and be like, hey, we got this food for you, let us in here. But, like, where the fuck is he? The blue badger's still writhing around today. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department's been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. What? Why? Why would he do something naughty? Sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Oh, God, I was supposed to just ask him, wasn't it? This is gonna be the answer. This game is so inconsistent with how the rules that it sets before you. It is so inconsistent. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, you show someone a thing, then you have to show them another thing. But also sometimes you show them a thing, and then there's an option to talk to them about a different thing. But sometimes you gotta talk to someone, and then you gotta back out and then go talk to this non-named person who's sitting in the background of the image and talk to him like you're having a conversation with him. It's frustrating because I look back and I'm like, oh, the game sort of said, just barely, like, oh, I wish we could ask him why he's all flustered. Well, see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. I took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. It's all gone, except for this important piece of paper. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Or the date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Let's see, a half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the chief of police. Oh, okay. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Well, let me check this out, though. Lost item report, date 2/21, date lost 2/21, name Bruce Goodman, ID 5. I scribbled out 9. Did he write his number down incorrectly? Is that a piece of evidence? Alright, here I try this again. No. What? I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Okay, so still no. So, just when I thought I actually had a thing to go on, can only be submitted to the chief of police. That's what I was trying. So what happens if I try to... Let me see. Oh, it just doesn't... Okay, so it'll allow you to try it, but it's not gonna do anything. Alright, let me do the moving around shuffle again. Oh, God. This game is gonna make me actually make me commit a murder or something. Oh my God. Okay. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Look into my weird green eyes. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So, go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Fade away. Haha, looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, let's fucking go. Wait, do I need to... The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from the Chief Grant, or Gant. Grant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, card reader's turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? I fade into existence. Officer Marshall? Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. No, I would never have guessed. We're going to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, What you stand there for? Get along, little doggies. Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. God, I haven't read the phrase "get along, little doggies" in the longest time. Okay. Beep. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. So is he just not going to talk if I click on this? I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a six-shooter, I say a little prayer. Grork. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach is growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Oh shit, now I completely forgot. It's been so long since I've had the idea of giving this to him that I forgot I had it. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. I almost said Sater. Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? Filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask anything more. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Great. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. Keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? And then you just go, about that broccoli. About you not eating broccoli. Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler at the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. Evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Transferals. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. And broccoli. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones Officer Meekin's mission. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're a security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Oh ho. 420 77 77 777. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Do I need to show him the... Was it this number again? I always forget, I have to go over to present. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 584-2189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. There it is. Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cars in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Just, hiya. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. Guess I can give you this ID card record. IDs of all who entered the evidence room on 2/21. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Okay. Okay, so that's all. Oh, I probably show this to other people with IDs, and then it's gonna like fill in the names, I guess. I'd assume that's what's happening. And then it'll be a bona fide piece of evidence. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. I kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So, what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault, County Sheriff's Department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That happened to SL9 2 days ago. Do I want to go into the evidence room first? Or do I want to go start talking to people? Do I show it to him so he can give me... Sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was the shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. Aha! That and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Okay, so I guess I don't show him. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea. Okay. Does no one have... The game was like, hey, go talk to... talk to people with badges. And then it's like, oh, no, no one knows. What the fuck? I'd be showing everyone. Alright, well, fuck me, I guess. I guess I'm not on the same wavelength of the game for the millionth time over. Alright, let's go to the... I'll just go to the place it wants me to go. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Eek. Whoa. Did you slap him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for today? But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. More evidence. I love it. Evidence room floor plans. More floor plans. Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the police department. Great. It is very nondescript. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using SJ's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. Chapter 4, the SL9 incident, of course. Or was it Chapter 4? Oh, that was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Oh, not Chapter 4. That's a different thing. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker's fixed, so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. Sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handle, see? Handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it, the zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Evidence locker. More evidence. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. They said, Phoenix said, like, oh, maybe we can get him to talk more about the case. Did I show him something with the SL9 on it? Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. So that's all. Oh, there we go. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent. So it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleared up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence logger himself. Fucking got me again with the switch to gumshoe picture. Me thinking that he was talking. Oh, what was that last sentence then? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors. Detective Goodman was a detective in charge of the SL9 incident. So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try spray. Aha! Aha! Look at that bloody hand. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid? Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I want to spray. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Put that shit on the floor plans. Look at this print. Look at this very obvious print here. I knew it. This is someone's right-hand print. What? What's the matter, detective? Oh, what's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me. when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I got down the floor plans as well. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Okay, so that's 2 handprints, a spray, a bunch. Whoa! There's a lot going on here. Oh yeah, I gotta press X again on it. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Aliens. Maybe Detective Goodman. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Yeah, I forgot you. For a split second, I forgot Dr. Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe's a dumb person. Alright, I assume that's all I'm gonna find by spraying. It seems. Alright, what's fishy? What is fishy going on? I mean, quite a bit of things, honestly. What's this? Blood. It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Way ahead of you, game. Way ahead of you. What is this on paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the blue badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? Great. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL9? Does have a tag on it. Rubber glove, added to the record. Tagged to evidence from the SL9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove. Oh my god, we're about to reach a 3rd page of items. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You wanna try to put it back together? Huh, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh shit. I gotta do a puzzle. Let's see, back, combine, rotate left, rotate right. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. I can pick what I want. That looks like a top of a thing. So what happens if I just combine it wrong? Okay. Just need to know. Okay, it's not this. It's not this. No. It's not this. Where's the thing that has a thing in it? Where's the thing with a thing? No. This? Yeah, okay. Spin. We need a long, flat piece, like, no. 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 They don't have a good angle on this thing. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see what the actual, like, thing looks like. I'm making excuses. Fuck if I know. I'm just really hoping I'm afraid of like guessing too many times and then the game being like, do you need to turn this down to easy mode? I'll be like, yeah. Yes, please. That kind of, it can't be this. I think I tried every piece, didn't I? Okay, I should just look at the bottom. Since I'm looking at the bottom part, like straight on, I should probably just find what matches that, right? Fuck, it wouldn't be that. I don't know why I tried that. Don't look at me. The fuck is this doodad on here? Okay. Yeah, that's not it either. But you know I'm gonna try it. You know I'm gonna... Am I just... Okay? Sure. Yeah, that's that. See, that one was simple. No. There we go. There we go. What the hell is this angle? What? What is this angle I'm looking at? I don't like it. Huh. Okay. That's not how I thought that was gonna attach at all. I need this. No, turn. That doesn't. You can see that there's gaps when you put the puzzle, and then they just fill it in. They're just like, oh. Rounded. Round. No, I always press that button when I don't mean to. The submit button. What is this thing? There's still a chunk missing. Uh-oh. 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 Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. It's like the Millennium Puzzle. Remember when you did the Millennium Puzzle and it took forever, Austin? It took your whole weekend. No joke. The Millennium Puzzle thing I did earlier this year, it literally was like a full weekend. It was, I did all Saturday and all Sunday. And not even joking. It was like more than 8 hours each day. A weekend gone just building the Millennium Puzzle. Crazy. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still. It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added. Jar piece back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. My only question is, why are we able to go and fix it like this? Like, it's part of the crime scene, and now they're just messing with evidence, aren't they? I mean, I don't mean to be a stickler about it, but they went behind the do not cross and then started messing with it. When you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I should remember that next time I make a jar. Okay, it feels like that's everything here. The game is presenting to me. We have now a million things. Oh my god. So many things. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. Guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. Damn. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Okay. I wanna... could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Oh, I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the... Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? Just fucking out with it. The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? ID card record updated. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. The report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Let's go. Out. Out. Here. Here. Yeah, I got it. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Him? From episode 1? Ah, guess. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Looking forlorn. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Strange. Let's see here. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. That's why I'm here. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently. A new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. God, they're lovers. God, it's so easy to see. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently, there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why? I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. I'm gonna present this thing that he's not gonna like. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief has never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence screwdriver added to the court record. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's brought back to his office by Gant's request. Stubborn as always. Told you this has nothing to do with the current case. I'm just gonna... Oh, can I check this? Yeah, I can. Yeah. Hey, look! They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Oh, I thought there might have been something. Oh. Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Okay, I mean, I guess. What else can I, like, interact with? I totally didn't even... There's those. There's this. The tag says SL911. Guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Or, read that weird. Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What? Are we playing a word game now, like Scrabble? Where you must challenge words and then I look at a dictionary? I assume that's the joke that's being made. Alright, we didn't do this then. The tag says AI16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Is that foreshadowing? God, 3 pages of evidence. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Oh, the best evidence? What is my best evidence? Alright, I guess I'll just randomly guess. Ow. Just guess on all the new things I have. Oh, right. Wait. We already did this, though. Okay, so I assume then that I'm supposed to maybe go ask the chief of police why he had him do that. Maybe. He's not here, is he? Actually, I might as well move, talk, move, present. I'll just present. I mean, I stopped. Let me try this. It takes like 5 seconds to present something, so I might as well. Wait. Oh, I skipped through a thing. Oh, shit. Okay, I'll just redo it. I was so... He did the same look off to the side and then ... I thought it was going to do the same thing. So, at least I could just re-ask him. Okay, I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then? He was a top officer. It was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Oh, great. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received. Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. A suspicious handprint. I wonder what that is. Alright, here we go. Move. 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 God, it's annoying as hell. Move. It's stupid. It's such a small thing, but it's so obnoxious. Actually a pain in the ass. And I imagine, right, that when you are presented with the places to go, at most they list 4 options, right? And I imagine that's because they don't want you, like, they're trying to ease the clutter of potentially, like, in this chapter alone, we've been to, like, what, like 10 or 12 rooms or whatever, so they don't want to have all 12 available for you to, like, scroll for a long time or, like, flip through multiple pages of options to go. I would bet that's probably something, but I still think it would be better to just suck it up and not have it do it this way. It's just stupid. It's just lame. I have to go screen to screen. Whatever. It's a dumb complaint, but it's a complaint nonetheless that I would like filed, put in the record books. Note it? Noted? Good. Continuing. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Chink, chink, chink. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Oh, come on, Phoenix. The fucking thumb, you dum-dum. Quit procrastinating, choose a finger. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the X button. Oh. That's what they teach you in forensic science school. They go, first day of class, how to use aluminum powder. You press the X button. Ah, looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Oh, do I blow into the mic? You know what? This was originally on the DS, right? I'm sure that you would blow into the mic on the DS now that I think about it. So I'll just have to simulate the experience. And you're like trying to blow into the mic and it's not really registering. And you're like, please. Huh? How do I do that? With the triangle button. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Phoenix, you don't have to lie. Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Guess I'd better give it a try. Okay, this is gonna be a dumb, maybe a potentially very dumb sounding thought, but I just had it. Starting off this sentence well. What do you think the reactions were to the first person who discovered? It's almost like a hand-in-hand discovery, but I would imagine the fact that everyone has unique fingerprints was learned and discovered like way before this second part. But the second part, how do you think the reaction was to the second part of the person who figured out how to get fingerprints off of a crime scene? Like, I just wonder what that reaction to that moment is, where they have some kind of like, it's either it happened. See, I bet it didn't happen like this, but I wanted it to happen that it somehow happened accidentally on an actual crime scene. But that's probably not likely. They probably in a lab, in a science lab somewhere, were like, hey, people are killing people and getting away with it, and we don't know how to we don't know how to book them. How can we do it? And then in the lab, they concocted like the ability, the items you need, and the science behind like getting fingerprints from a scene. Am I underthinking this? I mean, that moment's got to be cool. Once you figure it out, you got the tech to actually do that, and then you go do it at a crime scene, like the first real world case of like applying dust to a crime scene to try to lift fingerprints, and then it leads to the actual killer. Oh, a murderer, or I guess anyone who did a crime and left fingerprints. That's why my helpful tip of the day is if you're ever going to I mean, I'm not advising to do any crimes, but if you're ever gonna do any crimes, before doing that, get a really strong acid and dip your fingers into it. It's gonna hurt probably, but leave them in there for a bit, and then just like burn your fingerprints away. Or wear gloves. Phoenix says, I guess I'd better give it a try. Dust and blow and back are my options. What am I? Oh, heavy dusting. Oh my god, I just can cake the dust here. Look at this. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, this is exciting. Phoenix was right. This is cool. This is exciting. Did you like the real... I made it seem like real life. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? It think it means... I think it's supposed to just say, I think it means. It think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. Science fails you. But it does seem like a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. You mean this shadowy apparition? Oh. How much more is there? Just this whole fucking thing. This is a dumb minigame. You know what? The rotating-y bit that they added into this game, I was like, okay, it's nothing complicated, but it's novel, right? It's fun. Fun enough. Rotate the evidence, find a little hidden thing to examine. This sucks. Because you're literally, the fingerprints are all in the middle. It's not like you actually have to find it, right? So you're literally just wasting time, just dusting this thing and then... And here's the thing. I imagine maybe it was felt a little more engaging when you were doing this on the DS, right? Because if I'm correct, I would imagine you're using the touch screen to apply the powder and then you're blowing into the mic, like I said. And maybe that feels more engaging. But still, it's not like the prints are hidden. I'm not like revealing. Like this game could just show me the print and nothing would have changed. The experience would not have changed at all. Is that harsh for me to judge this stupid little minigame thing? Who knows? That's the other thing. If I ever talk shit about games, I always have to like, there's always a moment in my head where I'm like, do I need to voice it? Do I need to voice it? And am I irrationally pointing this thing out, you know? I'm hearing something outside. One moment. It sounded like someone yelling. That's exciting. Oh. Continuing the game. I'm just gonna ignore the screaming outside. Someone's screaming outside because of my bad video game opinions. Dazzling. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Not really. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? What is this thing in the middle? I think it's this one. Analyzing. Oh, it's a meter. What would have happened if I picked the wrong one? Would it not go all the way up, but still, like, say it was like a 7? A 7 on the meter? Haha. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. Guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. No punches left to roll with. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there's one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Slide. Do I go to this and... Oh, look at me roll this ball around. How do I activate the thing? This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints? Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand? What am I supposed to do here then? Do I back out? It says I can't dust this, so I imagine... Would it be on this? No, I'm trying to click the fucking thing. Try my patience any longer and I'll dump this powder over your head. Maybe I better check for those prints after all. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuff with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. Wait, it won't open. Did you really think it would? Okay. So what am I actually doing then with my life? Yeah, it was always my dream to push through the crowd and just step over the tape. It's a little daunting to encounter it again so soon. I think maybe you're overreacting a little. Detective Goodman's evidence locker. It's empty. Only Detective Goodman himself can open his locker. So the person who took out this knife had to have been Detective Goodman. But why was it wrapped in a scarf muffler and stuck inside the car muffler? I'm trying to literally... I would have thought that, like, there would have been, like, prints on one of the other lockers or something. What the fuck? Am I supposed to maybe... Did I miss the spray section, maybe? I mean, I doubt this. That's just blood back there. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Am I supposed to go to The first place, maybe? And by first place, I mean the first crime scene. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boom, boop, boop, boop. Oh, yeah, we sprayed here before. It was just... Dun-dun-dun-dun! I was just about to put away the spray, being like, oh, this is not... What am I doing? And then I had one last thought of going over to the phone. I was so quick. I was really about to just press circle on the thing and just be like, I need to try to figure something else out. I am so glad, because if I didn't do this, I would have been stuck on this, because I wouldn't have thought to pull this thing back out and start spraying shit again. And I would have had to probably look it up in a guide in like 2 hours. Okay, this blood must be from when Lena... No, my sister isn't the murderer. What is this on my phone? No. Okay. No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? At the time of the crime. And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lena's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Just keeps getting worse. Okay, so I'm gonna back. And then powder, perhaps? Can I powder? No, powder. Let me powder. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Wait, do I have to... Do I have to be in the spray screen, perhaps? Spray? This isn't a thing, is it? This was all a lie. This actually doesn't reveal anything. I got excited for nothing, didn't I? Literally 2 minutes ago was saying, oh, thank God I found this. It doesn't do shit. So I can't from this screen. Well... where we got a luminol fluid reaction. Let me just read what it says here again. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So, that means no prints. Would you say the probability or hypothesis? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. I mean, I don't... What? Okay, apparently I... Oh my god. Apparently I had to go over to the left a bit. Come on. Ridiculous. Alright, here I go. Is it this? That looks... it looks like... the one on the right looks like the print itself, like, turned itself to left a bit, doesn't it? I'm gonna say possibly. That's a no. That's a no. 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 Jake Marshall. This looks like more of an exact match, doesn't it? It's not that. This sort of looks like that one. Do you know what I'm saying? Does the rotating, does that make sense? But I'm gonna guess that since this one's almost the exact match, this is probably what it wants me to pick. Actually, let's just see. Let's just see. Alright, I say it's more than 2, you fucking game. Asshole. Oh. Very scientific number system going on here. I respect it. That's exactly what happens when you try to scan it. It goes beep, boop, beep. 16. 100%. Perfect match. Good job dusting, sir. Okay. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court records because we need more pieces of evidence. Found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Oh, to be continued. All right. Okay, so tentatively, let me check and make sure of something. Let me see what days are what's happening. Something. Okay. I think plan for Saturday night. Saturday night will be the moment I'm going to say we finish this game. Even if it takes us late into the night. But Saturday night we'll start and try to finish this game. I think I can do it. It might be some hours of streaming, especially if I have a rough time with what might be trial is going to happen next, right? But I want to finish this up in one more stream. So I would say Saturday night, because tomorrow's Wednesday. And Wednesday, if I'm able to stream, it'll have to be one of those weird early ones where I can only stream for like an hour or so. So it wouldn't be conducive to do it then. Thursday, obviously no streams. Friday night, I probably want to do something else. So, because now we've done, well, it's fine. I was going to say we've done 2 Ace Attorney streams in a row, but it's not that big of a deal. But, yeah, let's go Saturday night. I shouldn't have any Saturday night plans. I'll be busy Saturday during the day, but the night should be fine. So, yeah, let's plan for that. That'll be the finale stream of this game of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney the First, and we'll have a grand time, hopefully. and wrap this first game up of the series. And then I have 2 more to look forward to, so that's fun. So with that, also, I'll end the stream here for tonight. I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed watching. I gotta say, the fact that the fingerprint was just a little to the left of the bloody fingerprint thing kind of doesn't sit well with me. That's kind of weird and kind of a bunk reason for the explanation doesn't, even now that I'm thinking about it, doesn't make sense to me. She said, oh, it can't be on a part where it's wiped away. And you're like, okay, so we can't use this. And then there's no visual indicator that you should go over to the left. So then you're just pixel hunting? God, I sound like such a hater. You know? I don't like being a hater. Despite all the evidence to the contrary. Alright. We'll be back Saturday night with the ending to this. If it's the last thing I do. Wednesday will be a small stream. I might just do, honestly, it might be Persona Dancing for just a bit, or maybe an Odd Man Out episode. And then Friday will, I haven't solidified the plans, but especially if Wednesday we do like one of those 2 things, Friday night might just be, but Friday night's probably gonna have to be a short stream too, perhaps. It's a shame. I'll think about it. But Saturday night we'll finish this. So until then, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. I'll be back in about 20. I can't do mental math. We'll be back in like 20 hours. 19 and a half hours probably. I'll just say that's close enough. All right, bye.